Here.
But
All right. So break over. We're back.
we're back.
All right.
So Olaf, you were talking about, trying to emote emotions into people. One of the things before you do that I want to talk about your background, about how you guys came to be as a band, and I guess where you get the concept, because when you say storytelling, I still think theatrical. I grew up on Kiss. I grew up on, that theatrical side of things. And whether you're a Kiss fan or whatever, or Bowie or even Marilyn Manson, there's that, they're just not up there in t-shirts and jeans playing, right? There's more to the show. So talk about how you guys get started, where you came up with the idea to kind of put this package together. I guess we'll start with you, Olaf.
Yeah. Would you like to also hear how we met as a band, or how we got the concept when we already met?
Well, both.
Put it all together, brother.
All right. If we should start with how we come together as a band, I think actually Emil and Simon should start, because they go way back. I'm the newbie here. So they can start off, and then when I come into the picture, I will start talking again.
Emil will start. Yeah. So basically, Simon is my old guitar teacher. Woohoo! So I had a friend of mine that said, I know this really cool guy who plays guitar, and you should try and see if he's good. So I met up with Simon, and I think after half a year or something, I went to Simon's, now we're talking about this again, his barbecues, summer barbecue, and
they are infamous.
Yeah, infamous, a lot of drinking, and
very much.
What stays at the barbecue, what happens at the barbecue stays at the barbecue.
I hope we get invites to this barbecue now. Sean and I will let you come.
You are hereby cordially invited.
Yeah. So basically, Simon has video evidence, and I can't escape.
Exactly. So I have leverage here.
So anyhow, me and Simon, we started playing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. This is it. Simon at this party told me, Emil, you need to come out and play on stage. And I need to be a lot better on guitar. I played before out quite a lot with the saxophone, but guitar. No, I need to practice a lot more. Then a week later, Simon calls again. Hey, Emil, we have one of my bands. Simon had several bands at the time. The bass player can't attend to a venue we have in 2 weeks.
Yes.
You can play. And I say, I never held the guitar, bass. And Simon replies, it's easy. It's just 4 strings.
It's not that easy. Yeah. It's not that easy.
And it's only it's only 60 songs.
Yeah.
So I went to Simon, and I sort of lived at Simon's place.
You did. We rehearsed for
because I needed to learn that by heart. So we did that.
Yes, we did that.
And that sort of started the whole thing, because we sort of, but Emil, if you now, because the bass player eventually returned, of course, Simon wanted, we need a second guitar, because then we can do a lot more cooler songs. So that's how sort of the cover.
Yeah. We and that was back in 2008, I think.
Yeah.
And we, Emil and me, we played and toured all over Sweden with a party cover act. So we did that for like 10 years.
Yeah, in many different configurations.
Yeah, in the different bands and the different configurations. But we were all over the place and played everything.
Eventually,
we got really tired of that shit.
Yeah, I think actually the thing that started it was that at some point Simon was the lead singer.
That was really bad. We had really many different singers, and we got tired of all of them. and some quit, but mostly we got tired of them. And then we, I sang, and I don't know if it reflects my singing ability, but the name of that band in that time was The Crow Show. I sounded like a crow, I think. So we thought that, okay, this isn't good. We need to have someone else do this.
Yeah, but before that happened, which I think was kind of cool, it was because we played covers at that time.
Yeah.
And Simon, I mean, I don't like the contents of the song, the meaning of the song. We like the tune, all right, but to spice it up, so Simon sort of, could get into the song more. He rewrote the lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah, so we rewrote the lyrics in Swedish.
Yeah, we translated them.
But in a different, it's a totally different meaning. And then we decided to, we can't use Simon anymore.
No, we can't do me anymore. And then I thought that, but the tunes are getting kind of boring as well. So we rearranged all the standard pop songs into metal songs instead. So and then we thought, okay, I can't. The guitar parts were starting to be really complicated. So now we need someone else. So we start looking for guys or girls.
Yeah, both.
And we auditioned quite a few.
Yes.
But we didn't find a match until this strange guy walked in. And who was that, Olof?
Yeah, probably me.
Yep.
Yeah. So then I met these guys, and I had just come from also doing some different cover bands, and then I had a little pause because I got a father of 2 children, and I had a few years where I thought I couldn't do that much music, so I had a little break. And then one day my wife told me, all right, Olof, I think it's time for you to maybe start looking for a band, because the kids are a little bit older now, so it's time for you if you want to. And I think the same day I went to Find Your Band something, and started looking for ads, and I saw an ad from these guys, and I said, all right, let's I called them and said, all right, I can come to your audition and check it out. I got there, and I thought we're gonna do some cover things. And when I arrived, I had rewritten the lyrics and the rewritten the song, so you recognized the song, but you didn't really know, have I heard it before, or which song is this?
right.
And they are full of energy, and I thought musically they were really great. And I got home late that night, and my wife asked me when I come home, okay, what did you think about it? And I said, well, it's kind of one of the strangest things I've done, and it could be one of the best things or a total fiasco. I have no idea, but I have to sleep on it to sort my feelings, what I really think. And then when I woke up the next morning, I was totally sure that, of course, I'm going to try this out, because if there's a little possibility that it could be the best thing, I'm stupid if I don't try it out.
Yeah.
So I told them that I was interested, and they had some more singers to check out, but I think a week later they called me and said, all right, you're on. And we started from there. And then in the beginning, we started to work with these cover songs that was a little bit rewritten. And we did a lot of them. And after a while we said, well, we should maybe record some of the songs to show it to people if we want to go out and play, so they know what we are doing and how we sound.
Right.
And when we started to record the first song, we said, but it's a little bit too close to the original. Maybe we should change the riff, so it's not the original riff. And maybe we should change the beat, so it's a slower song. And when we changed all of that, we thought this is the best song that we're doing right now, because we changed the melodies. It suited my voice even better. And I didn't try to sound like this was a Bon Jovi song. I didn't try to sound like Bon Jovi. I started using my own voice and discover my own voice. And we said, this is the best thing we've done. This is totally the best thing we've done. And there was nothing left from the original song. So you couldn't recognize the original song at all. And we said, well, maybe this is what we should do. And since I think all of the stories that Simon wrote for these cover songs were stories from his own life. And when we started to rearrange everything, we have to take, the only thing we kind of kept was the lyrics from the songs, and we had to rewrite that, because when we rewrote some of the tunes, melodies, we have to rewrite the lyrics a little bit to fit it as well.
Right.
And when we started doing that, and people start, what kind of genre are you in? And we said, yes, it's a little bit of metal, it's a little bit of rock, it's a little bit of folk music, and it's a melody rock. And then we thought, but we're telling stories, and that's why we came up with a concept, story metals, because we are telling stories through metal music.
Yeah.
Okay, so nobody's heard your band before, so we're working on the premise that nobody's heard your band before, and you say story metal. Give a couple of examples besides your band that would be in that genre that people would understand what that genre is.
Well, I think there are people that are doing kind of the similar thing that we do. You have the concept albums. If you take Sabaton, they have the concept album where they write of different wars. But that what differs us from them is that our songs are more apart from each other than Sabaton. Like Simon said, if you put on a Sabaton song, you don't have to hear a lot, because you know, all right, this is a Sabaton song, because they don't sound all alike, but they're really close to each other. I think our songs are more that way, and everywhere around it. So like you said, it's kind of a little bit theatrical, and we're trying to tell stories with the music. So
we
Listen.
also,
Go
oh
ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
I think, I mean, we usually pick stories that are self-experienced also. We want them to be closer, so we actually feel something. We don't make it up, because it's hard to, if you take this thing about war, I have never been in a war. How could I ever tell something about something I have never experienced?
Right
No,
on.
I agree. As Olof said before, I'm collecting stories. I'm doing. I think one of my mottos is that how could you write about life if you don't dare to experience life?
Yeah.
So I cannot do that. I cannot sing about something or play something that I don't have firsthand experience of. And therefore, I must have experienced myself, or someone close to me must have experienced it, so I really can get under their skin to really know what it feels like. Because without that, I wouldn't dare to touch the subject. So I cannot write about Second World War because I wasn't there. But I can write about a lot of things that I have experienced. And when I'm out there doing things, I put myself in many strange and perhaps not always so good situations, because I always rush headfirst into things, because there might be a story, there might be something to experience there. So it's very, very important to do that and to dare to do this, because if you don't do this, then you will be boring. And I would like to say that that's one way of, I need to do that, to channel my current feelings through my instruments, and therefore when I play a guitar solo, it's always improvised. All the solos on the albums are improvised, all the solos on stage are improvised, and will always be. And I know that our producers hate me because when they say, can you change just that? And I will send them a totally new take on a totally new solo instead, because I will not redo something that I did a week ago because I'm not feeling the same as I do now. And I would like to say, and this is actually really a critique, because on very many of the known and star guitarists out there, they are playing their written solos. And I think that's just lazy and very bad practice, because if you are such a good guitarist that you have been named a guitar god, that you can do things, why are you playing the same stupid solo melody for everything always around? That is not good guitar practice. That's just lazy workmanship. So
Coming out of his shell now.
Yep.
So listen, what we're going to do is we're going to take another break in a second, but it's funny because what you're saying, when Olof first explained what you folks are doing, I was like, well, that sounds kind of cool, but it doesn't sound much unlike what Alice Cooper did with Welcome to My Nightmare or any $1 Billion Babies or any of his theatrical stuff. It didn't sound that much different than Styx's Mr. Roboto or that much different than David Bowie and Ziggy Stardust. But it really is, because that was one story, Pink Floyd, The Wall, one story that was made up. But you're talking about real life experiences, and every song is different than the other, which is pretty cool. So let's take a break, and we'll come back, and I really want to hear where you folks are playing and how that's being translated into a live audience viewing. Is that okay?
yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. All right. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.